All of Us Are Dead is taking Netflix by storm, quickly hitting #1 in many countries. But all the intense scenes have some shocking secrets behind them. Keep watching to find out what really went down while filming the series. Secret behind the Rooftop Song. If there's one thing Korea adores, it's a good OST. But All of Us Are Dead is different, as the song of the series was written and composed by none other than the actor Lim Jae-hyuk, who played Yang Dae-soo. The song was also performed in the show. Both Yi-hyun and Ji-hoo agreed that the singing scene on the rooftop was by far their favorite, saying that they couldn't get over how good the scene was. Tan-young said that even months after filming, he's still humming it from time to time. The director praised Jae-hyuk, saying, "I heard Lim Jae-hyuk is very well known among aspiring musical actors and actresses. I knew Jae-hyun was a good singer, so I suggested that he sings a song for the rooftop scene. He said he would do it, so he wrote and composed the song himself. He sent the song to the actors so everyone could sing it together." The song represented their bond as the class and a group of friends, rather than just a bunch of people who got together during the zombie outbreak. The only person who didn't know the song was Namda, since she wasn't a part of the gang and never heard the song due to always sitting with her headphones on. Actually, the whole cast loved the rooftop scene. It was right before the last scene, so the actors gathered around the fire, shared stories, and talked about their thoughts even when the camera wasn't rolling. Lomon spills, "It was really cold when we filmed that scene, but I felt warm inside because we went through so many hardships to enjoy that little piece on the rooftop. We sang and had a heart-to-heart." The cold was actually memorable for other cast members as well, especially for the girls who were only wearing skirts. Yi-hyun shared how they persuaded the director to let them have blankets. "Before the rooftop scene, I thought I should get ready first because it would be winter when we filmed it. It was an outdoor studio, so I kept telling Ji-hoo, we're wearing skirts, right? It's gonna be freezing outside, so let's take these backpacks and blankets." Later, the girls presented this idea to the director, but not as something they would think of, but as an idea that Namda and Onjo would definitely come up with. So they tricked them into letting them take those blankets with them. Scriptwriters struggle. Writing a TV show is definitely not an easy task, especially when you are past your school years and you're trying to write it from the point of view of a teenager. I'm pretty sure everyone can think of a scene in a show or a movie where a teenager says something and you go, there's no way a person that age would say that. Bad writing makes shows cringy and even hard to watch. To get better into the perspective of teenagers, the scriptwriter Sung Il completely avoided using the word kids. For him, it would mean shifting his perspective and writing about teenagers from an adult's point of view. The dialogues would get messy and unrealistic. So Sung-il never described a situation in a script as the kids are doing something. The writer of the show, Sung-il, graduated high school 30 years ago, and he said that the biggest problem for him was that he had no idea how people these days get into relationships. When he was a teenager, people used to ask each other out by giving each other their school name tags. The director of the show actually asked the cast, "Giving each other's name tags is old-fashioned, right?" To which Ji-hoo answered that it's not very common. Even netizens came online to share their confusion. One person said, "I was shocked at this scene." Another person said, "Should I give my ID photo to someone I like?" And even though it's not a thing being done these days, the scene with the name tag came back around in the saddest way possible when it was returned to Onjo at the end. The cast said they cried watching it. The director adds that he cried filming it. Even the writer said that he cried while writing it. The kissing drama. A sprinkle of good romance and chemistry to tug on your heartstrings in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Sign me up. It was only recently revealed that the scriptwriter of the show, Chun Sang-il, wanted to take the kissing scene between Namda and Soo-hyuk out. His reasoning was that it was such a harsh slowdown from the quick pacing and moving that was happening throughout the show that, according to him, the kissing scene didn't fit the show. Well, me and many other All of Us Are Dead fans are glad the scene was kept in. One person on Twitter said, "Please, this is one of the best confession and best first kiss that ever happened in K-drama land. All of us are dead indeed because of this confession." And if you think that fans are happy about this scene, you have no idea how happy Solomon was when he could kiss his co-star. Park Solomon said that the kissing scene was his favorite to film, and I guess we can all tell why. But just because it's his favorite, it doesn't mean it was a one simple take. They had to do a whole 17 takes to get the scene right. Cho Il-hyun, who played Namda, explained, "I felt really sorry to Lomon. Because I had my eyes closed when I was leaning in for the kiss, so I couldn't see where his lips were." Il-hyun recalled, "I kept saying, 'Lomon, I'm really sorry. Can we try it just one more time? I'm really sorry.' But Lomon was like, 'Personally, I'm happy to keep going.'" Despite his happiness, he was quite nervous on the set. He remembers, "Before we shot that scene, I kept worrying, how do we pull off the kiss? I'm so nervous, what do I do? But after Yi-hyun kissed me, I realized, oh, so this is why actors do romance dramas. Maybe now that he's tried out what it's like to share an on-screen smooch, he will be up for a male lead role in some romantic K-drama." Honestly, his chemistry with Yi-hyun was immaculate, so I hope we will see them casted together again as a couple in something more romantic. Scary phobias. Many of the scenes in the show require doubles and stand-ins stand-ins due to extreme filming. The stand-ins did an amazing job, but the truth is that the cast was eager to do their own stunts as well, even if it meant for them to overcome their fears. For example, the one scene full of zombies in the library where Guinam was chasing Chongsan. Insu, who plays Guinam, is actually terrified of heights in real life. On camera, the shelves don't seem that high, but in reality, they are 3 meters tall. However, Insu is a professional, and as soon as the camera started rolling, he just snapped out of his fear, and it seemed like he wasn't even afraid of heights in the first place. There weren't any traces of fear on his face on the camera, and his co-star Yi-hyun didn't know that he had a phobia of heights. Yoon Chan-young, who played Tong-sun, said he fell in love with the stunts. As the filming of the show went on, his stand-in actor was needed less and less. Tan-young was so eager to do his stunts that even the martial arts team that provided stand-ins was surprised. He revealed in an interview, "Action scenes are very fun. It's very different from normal acting." But he also revealed that some scenes required a lot of physical strength. Truth behind the slapping scene. Be honest, did you love or hate Nayeon? It feels like everyone has a love-hate relationship with her. The director explained Nayeon's actions after discussions with the writer Sung-il. Nayeon is the one who causes disturbance among the students during the zombie outbreak. I didn't want her to just be the villain. There must be a reason why she ended up like that. It's not so obvious in the show, but Sung-il actually wrote lots of backstory for Nayeon, the family she came from and all that. But then he said, "I don't think we should be explaining everything." However, some people just simply can't forgive her for sacrificing Gyeongsu. That was something that left many people screaming at their screen. The director added, "It's easy to think of Nayeon as the perpetrator who caused this situation, but I think them leaving Nayeon outside too is also very tragic. When she leaves after saying there is no one for me, I felt sorry." Well, the satisfaction for Nayeon aunties came when Namda called her out on her actions and actually slapped her. Yi-hyun commented on this scene saying, "I was very nervous because it was my first time slapping anyone. She must have been under pressure, not only because of how tense the scene was, but because of Yi-yumi's comment saying, 'Let's not do this many times.' Not only was Yi-hyun slapping her friend, but also her beloved Nuna. Thankfully, it took only one take to execute the scene." Extremely tiring scenes. There were many scenes where you just had to hold your breath in fear, and the scene where Tong-san and Soo-hyo climb on the ledge to get their phones from the office is definitely one of them. The actors revealed that the scene was filmed in the studio and on the green screen, but that didn't lower the difficulty of the scene. Tan-young reveals, "That scene was so hard. I got a cramp on my arm. The wire was very loose to make it more real. We had to hang on for real." The crew actually built a 4-story high building as a set in the studio to shoot all the extreme scenes. Then they blended it with the scenes on the location and added things in CGI so the difference wouldn't look drastic. Even the scene where Namda climbs the ladder was tricky to put together, as the director explains that Yi-hyun acted out the scene in the studio but did the climbing of the ladder on the location. The actress said, "I remember when we were filming the ladder scene in Andong. Lomon, Jaehyuk, and Sungyeon were there shouting, 'Come on, we came all the way to Andong for this.'" The actors seem to be real friends since they all joke around and share memories in the interviews. Let us know in the comments what you think about the filming of the show. Thanks for watching. Bye.